Hey Aquarius, welcome to Karma Light Readings. I'm Karma. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Mercury, North Node, and we're going to be getting into your energy today, Aquarius. If at any time you resonate with this reading, go ahead and hit that like button. Personal readings are back. They are available. They're on my Etsy shop. If that's something you're interested in, you can check that out. I also have a few other things on there. I've been getting rid of some of my Oracle and Tarot collection. I have a lot. And a lot of them are not even used. So the ones that I have available on my Etsy are in amazing condition. I'm only charging $10 per deck, and that's just because that's the price of postage. It's $9.60 to pretty much everywhere in America. So if that is something you're interested in, check it out on my Etsy. All right, Aquarius, what has been going on? What's been going on with Aquarius, please? The Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, to the Queen of Wands. You also have the Six of Wands on the bottom. I mean, there's a really big independent energy here of you kind of being on your own. And it's interesting energy because you have a lot of passion and inspiration and excitement and growth surrounding you, but smack dab in the middle, you have the Six of Swords. And I mean, what we come to realize in this life is that everything comes with the opposite, right? If something is bad, there will be a good in it somewhere. If something is good, there's going to be a bad somewhere. And I feel like this is just representative of you kind of leaving something behind, something that has been tumultuous, something that has been difficult, something that has been challenging. And this move seems to really be getting your own independence back in a way. Yeah, because you've got, yeah, look at that. Six of Wands to the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Okay. So that's a victory in fulfillment there with a lot of new opportunities. The Nine of Pentacles, particularly today, is just giving me this strong vibe of somebody who's, you've worked really hard to get to where you are. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, please. Interesting. So in an effort to protect your peace, protect your happiness, and protect what is yours, that's why you're in the Six of Swords energy. Yeah, Temperance, Sagittarius. You have to remove yourself from something or block this person's energy in order to protect your peace. Because I think this particular situation with this person or energy, however that relates to you, I think it was creating some type of blockage in terms of your growth or progression. Yeah. You're moving. Or you could have just recently moved, or there's a lot of travel. Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. I saw the Eight of Cups. All we're missing is the Chariot. You could be on the road a lot, or wanting to be on the road a lot, or you're about to be. Show me, please, for Aquarius. Six of Swords to the Queen of Wands, but you want this. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. So some of you, I feel like I'm tapping into some type of independent entrepreneur. This is something to do with your brand or building something within your career. You could be in the public figure as well. In the public figure, you know what I'm saying? In the public eye, you could be a public figure. Forgive me. Judgment. Why? You're going to have to turn an opportunity down here. Now, is that opportunity separate from, because for sure there's something to do with work and career, like 100%. And maybe what you're needing to detach from is something outside of work and career that was interfering, because you're needing to review that connection or review that relationship at this point. Because this is a real moment of self-reckoning. Clarify, please. What recently? What's going on here for Aquarius? Why do I feel like an apology? Pride, merit making. Okay, I hope I explained this right. But there's an energy here where you're making right for yourself, right? There's an outside energy, Aquarius, who I feel like has been overloading you with a lot of projections. Maybe some of these projections have made you doubt yourself in life. It's a lot of stress and it's a lot of bogged down energy. And I'm looking at the moment when your shift kind of took place and you realize this has to stop. I can't connect with this. I have to get out of this in order to, like, you had to make a pretty big decision. I don't know why I feel as though maybe you felt obligated to stay for a reason too. Like maybe that's why you stayed longer than necessary. What's this current energy? What does Aquarius need to know in regards to this situation currently? Okay, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, why? It's about, I feel like this is about a return to self, like reinvestment in self, giving to self. There's a lot of patience, though, needed as something, because you made a decision to leave and now the growth is it's happening. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. This is a classic case of give and take. And I strongly feel like you are disconnecting from an energy that was not reciprocating. And so something that you've been trying to grow, something that you've been trying to see happen for a long time, it's almost like it just kind of was hanging in limbo and it wasn't actually coming to fruition. It felt like something, when pigs fly type of energy with this Page of Cups. Like it's just in the distance. It's not really something that I can reach. It's not really something that I can have. But then in comes Judgment with the Queen of Wands, and all of a sudden it's like a liberation. But even though there's a liberation, it's still like patience as things get back into order. I see you being on your own though, Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles all over the table. What is the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, please? Three of Wands. There it is. Just getting very focused and very intentional about the seeds that you plant and the things that you do on a daily basis to make sure that they're in alignment with what it is you're trying to experience and grow. That, I feel like that's what happened. It's like all of a sudden the light bulb went off and you were able to see clearly why things weren't building out the way you wanted them to build out in your life. So there is the Seven of Wands again. There comes this sense of protection and pride and a little bit of maybe your walls going up in certain areas where you're like, no, I'm going to fight for this. This is what I deserve. This is what I desire. Yeah, that Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. This is that defining moment when you take back control and turn the wheel. The World's Strength. Yeah, it's a pretty massive life moment. I also see something very celebratory in the future. Some of you could be moving, you could be buying a home, selling a home. What is this, please? Seven of Pentacles with Two of Pentacles. Wow. Three of Swords to the High Priestess. You're not showing everybody how hard this is. There is a lot of hidden heartbreak. And they may know about the heartbreak, but what I mean by hidden is, and I don't mean you're swallowing your pride, but I do mean that you're aware There's something pinging you as you have to make this decision. It's not an easy decision. Something does have to be let go. Something does have to be left behind. Something didn't get to make it to the finish line with you. You know what I'm saying? And you see something and understand something differently now, and that's also heartbreaking. Sometimes the truth, you know, it's like when the rose-colored glasses come off and you really see the world for what it is. It's heartbreaking. And so you kind of walk around with this pain. What is about to happen for you, Aquarius, is going to happen very, very quickly. It is a sudden and quick shift in your energy, and it has to do with your manifestations and what you've been working on building and creating for yourself. Okay, because the Ace of Wands is here, and with all the other wands in this row, that does give me the Eight of Wands. Quick energy coming in out of nowhere. Right when you think nothing is moving and you're not quite sure what's going on, it's like another elevation happens. And you kind of ride out on this wave for a little bit here. For some of you, there's a business opportunity that does require travel. And for some of you, this is not regular travel. This is like on the road for a while. Can you tell me about this, please? Yeah, good news, encouragement, miracle. I'm telling you, there's the heartbreak. So who is upset with your success? Who is upset and offended at your blessings? Oof. So they create problems. That's why you have to keep it to yourself. And that's why you do keep a lot of energy to yourself, because you know that there's possibly more than one person who does not want to, whatever they can do to create drama and chaos in your life to get you off track. I wouldn't share your good news with this person. I'll tell you that much. I would just keep moving in the future. I wouldn't really, because every time something good happens and this person finds out, you risk the energy getting mucked up. I had somebody like that in my life for a while. It took me a while to figure it out. Show me, please, for Aquarius. You aren't praying enough. You have a brand new beginning. Family trauma wounds are rising to the surface. This could even be people within your family, a mother figure, father, brother, sisters, people who are jealous of you because you're having some type of success. You need to detox and declutter your energy in space. Mother wounds need to be addressed. You may need to address some type of mother wound that shows up within your intimate relationships as well, or close connections. What is the outcome, please, for Aquarius? The Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Star. That's you. Coming back to yourself. It's interesting because the Ten of Wands, boy, to the Ace of Wands, don't bring the past into the present. Don't bring this baggage. Because look at it, it's like here she comes with all of her baggage walking right in. But what I do really like is the Star. It's almost like this energy, this new beginning is here to replenish you, to rid you of any excess energy that's holding you back. You don't have to take your baggage with you. But sometimes you think that you do. Sometimes you think that you are the baggage. That's the fear and the anxiety, that you've got to leave that behind. I'm not saying you're not going to leave it behind. I think this is the work in progress. I think this is the journey to that level. You know what I'm saying? And this Ace of Wands opportunity is what's going to help transform you and help you step out of this old energy, this old self. Tell me about this Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius. Like, it's time to set some of this stuff down. Yeah, the moon. To strength. You don't have to relive it every day. You don't have to live in it. You don't have to become it. You don't have to let it, take over. I love that the strength card is here because it does show me that this opportunity shows you something about yourself that reinstills that vitality, that vibrancy, that frequency that you hold within. And you become master creator, quite literally, especially with the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of things in the dark that are rising to the surface with this moon, but they're coming up more for you to observe, to transmute them. Yeah, Four of Pentacles to the Chariot. Do not hold on to anything that has gotten in your way. That's, I told you earlier, all we need is the Chariot. Some of you could be moving like for real, long distance, or you're going to be on the road for a while. I don't know who that is. Can you tell me about this, please, for Aquarius? Justice, yeah. Things finally shifting into balance. I'm struggling because it's just, I feel like it's getting repetitive now, but literally what happens is you make a decision to leave a situation that has energy in it that's been holding you back for some time. This was inevitable. It was bound to happen. That's the purpose of that, whatever that situation was to teach you what it's teaching you, and it was to end. So don't feel guilty about leaving it behind, because you're not. You're supposed to. There could have been money fraud involved. Money fraud, I also correlate into abundance fraud, like stealing joy, stealing happiness. Okay, Sagittarius energy, there's a lot of healing. But again, Sagittarius energy speaks to me about patience while you alchemize a very difficult situation. And then you need to practice detachment. So separating and isolating yourself from the situation so that you don't absorb any more energy. They have deep emotions for you. They do think of you often. You have heartbroken on the bottom. There could also be some type of issues between you and a person. It says child support and custody issues. It could be that. I also correlate child support and custody issues to like property or belonging or controlling. Somebody is very controlling over you, and that's what you're breaking free from. Could even be about money. All right. All right, Aquarius, I send you so much love. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Please be sure to check out my Etsy, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.